right, I think we're live.
Oh yeah. All right.
We start with, oh shit.
Oh
Okay,
shit,
so
it's always a good start.
we have exchanged Henrik. Instead we have Andre here,
Hello.
who just played.
I did just play. I was just on the other side of this, the Great Wall of Ice.
Yeah.
That, came. Super fun game. Tobias is an insanely good Guardian player. He's been playing, well, he played Bravo for a long time. We've had lots of duels.
Yep.
Mostly a chain versus Guardian. And but with the Ice Hammer, it's always that little bit extra
Yep.
difficult.
And we just talked about, like, here in the pause between games, the fact that, like, Tobias sticks to a game plan.
Exactly.
He just grinds games, he becomes super proficient with his playstyle, and it's very powerful.
He, I was hoping during the game that he would forget at some stage and actually block with a non-attack card, because I was sitting with a barrage of invert existences, and for that to do arcane damage, which would have been lethal for a really long time, he would just need to simply just block with one non-attack action. But no, he very successfully pitched those all the way somehow magically, and here we are. And
he fatigues his opponent, but he's not fatigued himself.
No, exactly.
Which is kind of crazy. This is what, like, the 9th game now?
This is the 9th game, so it's like 9 hours of solid card slinging, and most of those games go close to time when you're playing Oldhim, so it's a lot of brain juice.
Yep. And he's up against Lexi.
Yes.
2 Aria heroes.
Exactly. Spicy. And I believe this is a pretty heavy ice variant, if I remember.
Yes, I've heard so too. Yeah.
So, we'll see how this plays out. I've got no idea exactly as to what's sort of expected here, like, and what the, I guess, the game plans are. It's going to be really exciting to see.
Yeah, I met an Ice Lexi in the Swiss, not this deck, but another one, and like, it can be nasty. It sets up some turns where you have really hard decisions in front of you.
Oh, it's a scary deck, alright.
Yep. We'll see. Bye. We have people leaving the gaming area here.
Some very fatigued Runeblade players leaving the stadium.
Oh my god, I'm actually glad I didn't make the top 8, because I'm not sure I could have counted any more lines of Viscerai play today.
Oh my god.
But yeah, let's see how this goes. So this is the finals. The winner takes a gold foil, right?
A gold foil, yes. So it's like a random drop gold cold foil.
Yep.
It seems, from what we've seen, a bit from what's been on the interwebs, it seems to be a random gold foil from common to majestic rarity, I believe. So not a legendary, so none that I've seen of yet. Maybe in some of the bigger events, possibly, but...
I think that in an interview, like it was yesterday or 2 days ago with the French podcast, James White said that, like, the European calling that's coming up now is going to be the last chance to get the cold gold foiled tunic.
Tunic.
So I don't think that is in the prize pool here.
No, I can imagine that.
He was very keen on, like, this is the last time, and then
price spike.
Never again.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So I'm not sure on this matchup. Like, how much does the disruption of Lexi affect Tobias' game plan?
Yeah, it's a very good question. I mean, Oldhim is strangely efficient.
Yep.
You have to remember that. It's not like the other Bravo, I mean, well, I should say, the other Bravos, the other Guardians, where, the new Bravo is a little bit more efficient with what it can do, but the attacks, you don't need a lot of resources to have an efficient attack. And Tobias' deck is just a pack full of blues. So I'm not sure disruption, we'll see. I haven't seen Tobias today play with a lot of more than just a normal suite of red 4-block defense reactions. I don't know what he actually has on his list. I haven't seen that. So
no, I mean, he has a couple of Command and Conquers on the red, but otherwise than that, I don't know. I think it's mostly blue.
But for the defense reactions, I'm not sure if he has any of those. I haven't seen any. Maybe I saw one response against me, but not a lot. Not a lot of this. We'll see if those are.
He had a staunch response in your game,
one staunch. I think it was just
you
one.
Came in for
I was
7.
really
I think.
Worried about that a lot of time. That card is so extremely fantastic against Runeblade. It's so efficient.
I guess it depends on how much damage Lexi presents at the same time, because a lot of those hit effects need to go through.
Yeah.
So if Tobias can just efficiently block out everything, then it's gonna be fine. Like he's just gonna sit there and he's gonna wait for that deck to run out.
Yeah, exactly. We're looking and we're seeing the Lexi player struggling to hold his deck in both hands, and that's usually a sign that they're worried about fatigue.
Yep.
So I know there's a chain player that's I've been there. It's like double sleeving was a bad idea.
I mean, it depends on how many expensive cards you have in your deck.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And as a chain player, you need to have a legendary in your deck.
Yeah, it's actually one of the few. I guess it's just the what is that? It's like chain and.
I mean, I play an Arcanite shard in my Viserai deck.
And that's kind of like a flex slot. So, but I'm guessing probably not a first edition.
No.
Cold foil. No.
No. I wouldn't have gotten that card unless I opened it in a booster box.
So, there you go.
Yeah. It's actually a pretty bad card.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it feels kind of situationally and a lot of ways terrible, but it's shiny.
Yeah, it's very shiny. It's very cool. Very like on brand. For
Exactly. You got to represent Rainbow.
Yep. No, I think I told Henrik I had a game where I had to, like against Katsu, where I had to block with my Spellbound Creepers, and then pitch away the Arcanite shard because I didn't have anything to pay with it. Just putting myself on the defense. So
yeah.
At least I got a rune chant and blocked the damage.
Exactly.
It's really bad. I shouldn't
Bonus.
have. All right. Let's see. Do we know who starts?
It should be Tobias. I'm
because
99% sure that he would choose to start, and it's his choice because he was the highest ranked. He was the only undefeated one in the Swiss 6-0.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna. I mean, the only real decision here is what he thinks Lexi is gonna do with the bow, right? Because it's an instant to put things down.
True. All right, so we're gonna see some Heart of Ice shenanigans here. Right. That's always entertaining.
It's also feels a little bit like right back at you, Oldhim.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Now who's the icy one?
But it's very interesting that we have Oldhim and Lexi here in the finals, and Briar were the one that everyone was playing for a while until the bans came.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess it's works the nerf to some extent until someone breaks it again.
There's probably a really good Briar build somewhere out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, we have Heart of Ice. Things getting more expensive. An amulet? Okay.
An amulet, okay, this is spicy. We'll see if it goes somewhere.
All right.
Yeah, I get
Tobias
that.
is actually reading the card.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I have a sneaking suspicion that he might not have played against a lot of Ice Lexis in his training.
No, you're right. There isn't actually an awful lot in our local meta. We have a few Lexi players, but they're a little bit more on they have been on the more tempo side of things. And I think with Bull Lightning getting banned, they've kind of dropped away a little bit recently.
Yeah.
So see how this goes.
But I think we have that really good mix-up of different heroes in our top 8 here. We had 2 Viserais and then nothing was a double.
It's been like that weirdly, I think, in Stockholm or even Greater Sweden. We never really tend to lean on whatever the really popular hero is.
Yep.
So here comes the Command and Conquer. That's always what you want to see. You want to have 12 copies of that in this game. But Tobias might do if he's playing the full 3 Remembrance, which is something I wouldn't put past him. So.
I mean, the only thing that does not like the Command and Conquer is your wallet. And your opponent's arsenal, I guess. And defense reactions, sure. All right, fully blocked. This is going to be a long game.
This is going to be a long game. This is 40-40. Let's see. I wonder how many rounds it'll be.
I think for the Lexi player, it's all about trying to find the right kind of turns. I'm guessing there's some 3 of a kind in there.
I'm sure that has to be
the really wide.
Sort of go to, and can go sneakily tall, of course, Ice Lexi too. So it's just it's going to be very interesting.
And I'm wondering how much pressure he aims to put up against Tobias, because if you have a lot of
here we
pressure.
go. That's always exciting.
Okay.
3 of a kind, 3 of a kind. Yay. Draw cards.
No, but I'm thinking you're more likely to play all the instants if you don't think Tobias is going to swing a lot at you, because you don't get those terrible hands where you can block for 2.
That's true. That's true. So
and the new reindeer card that gives +2 to everything for the rest of the turn is actually really sneaky.
Oh, really? Yeah, that one I haven't seen it in action. I hope it's on his list.
Because all of a sudden you're throwing off the combat mat completely. But all right.
Okay, so here we go. 3 of a kind.
Yep.
We'll see if he's managed to find some juicy arrows there.
And he has 2 pitch energy left to put things down with Voltaire. It's pretty nice. So an Ice Bane.
Okay.
That's the discard one on hit, right?
On hit, yeah.
Fused, yep.
Yeah.
With a Frost Fang. Yeah. So I guess the thing here with Tobias' deck is that he can try to figure out all the lines and block efficiently. So even if the last thing does a little bit of damage, he had blocked out with his entire hand, and then discarding nothing doesn't really punish him.
No, exactly. Yeah.
But it's really interesting.
It is very interesting.
I did not see this as the finals.
No, not at all. This
I saw the Oldhim.
Yeah. Oldhim was always on the menu, or
The Tobias Oldhim was Oldhim.
Tobias Oldhim, yeah, exactly. I mean, again, there have been quite a lot of the new Bravo we've seen today, and
how many were playing the new Bravo? We only had 1 in top 8, but I think we had at least 3.
Yeah, I think I met all 3 today, possibly, though 2 at least. I think that's the most terrifying thing. Like. That deck is very efficient when it's efficient.
Yep.
I guess it's a little bit. Being so card hungry is I guess so unusual for a Guardian. So I don't think it's really one of those things that. It's really weird. I don't really know what I can compare it to. It was a very strange scene because it's not at all like the other 2 Guardians. It sort of plays out more like Bolton or something. It's so bizarre. You need like a sort of access to 5 cards, and then you're just holding on to cards, looking to combo.
For sure.
Combo. It's bizarre.
And it feels like the best counter to that deck is that deck with the disruption, or you play like original Bravo. And you try to dominate, crippling crush them into losing their good hands.
Exactly, just fatigue them, fatigue it, and I can tell you that Carrion Husk is a reasonably good flesh and blood card there. That I think helped me steal some games today, big time from there.
It is so good. All right, we have some blocks, because why would anyone take damage in this game?
Yeah, exactly. And I believe, it's still on 40, like, it's fantastic.
Yep.
This is...
But this is also the thing with Ice Lexi, like, she does not have the punching power of the lightning build, and I think it's going to be hard to get through these defenses.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing saying that Tobias needs to do this. Like, he doesn't need to present this hammer at all times.
No, not at all.
It's just a bonus.
No, I mean, it's just not his game plan here. I guess the only thing you have to be a bit careful about here is that you do need to block up a lot, and this Heart of Ice is very disruptive for what Oldhim is doing. And just making sure that you have that deck size and that preferably, like we see here, that he looks like he pitched a blue disable here, so there won't be an on-hit effect. And this again, like trying to keep some kind of level of ice cards there for a little bit later in the game when it's just a little bit more relevant than just trying not to block physically with as many of your cards as possible, which is a real grind with that Heart of Ice in action.
And we talked about it, me and Henrik, during the last game, that like both you and Tobias have been practicing stack pitching.
Yeah, big time. Yeah.
So
just trying to make sure you have some of those at least semi-optimal.
And I think that's the weakness of the Viceroy deck, even if we saw a lot of them now in the top 8. It's like the moment you play your Become the Arc Knight, you shuffle your deck. So there is no pitch stacking really. Yeah,
but that's always the nice thing with Chain, which is so absurd, is that the same way with that is that sometimes you're just forced to have some terrible stacks of red cards that don't banish as well. So there's no way you can really. You can control that, or just if you get the wrong, the card count wrong, and then you have a all red, non-banishable hand at the end, you're toast. But then the fact that you have access to Belittle is just so insane, because if you don't like the pitch deck, you can just shuffle it up. If it looks really nice for a little bit later on, and you have all those Ursas, which you can't go wrong with, even if the count gets skewed with some card draw, extra card draw, then they're just so fantastic in late game. But
yeah, for sure. Okay, so we have an activated Heart of Ice and then into a 3 of a kind. Now we really want to start doing things this turn. So another Chilling Ice Vein, obviously an interesting card to lead with. Because if it hits, then you're gonna lose more things.
Yeah, exactly.
And as I said like earlier, I don't think he wants to go Chilling Ice Vein as the last thing, because Tobias is gonna he's a good enough player. Yeah, he's not gonna have a card in hand if that happens. So
no, exactly. I was gonna be very curious if Christopher is playing any number of pump spells here, because I've seen we haven't seen any yet, so it's very hard to get over the top.
Yeah, I mean, if the math is just the math that's being presented, then it's like I would hold on to those spells because if you present it immediately, then your opponent knows.
No, exactly.
Then you're gonna start counting for them.
No, exactly.
You're gonna start counting for them only when it matters.
No, exactly.
Okay, so we have block.
That's 1, 2, 3.
Are those the Ironhide boots?
Yeah, the Ironhide boots. Yeah, well, they've been bought early. So yeah, well, I don't blame you, sir, for reading that. It's like the Iron Who jobs.
Yeah.
Yep, they're.
The only deck I play those is in my meme merchant deck. Because why not?
Because they look silly and fitting for a merchant, so why not? Yeah, fantastic here.
That's
so much value for resources.
Yep.
And getting over that, so it seems as though Christopher must have chosen Dominate here. We Dominate, no, sorry, that isn't on the menu, is it? It's just plus or go again, right?
Plus or go again, yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I'm getting confused with that. Other variants.
But I guess what Tobias is trying to do here is he's just trying to keep the cards in his hand, because if this hits, then he's going to have to discard them anyway. So
it smells like an Alkanold brewing somewhere of, oh man.
And our wobbly camera, the more excited the players get, the more
action. I was curious about that. There's someone who's a serial leg wiggler, I think. 1 or 2 at the moment.
Yeah, it's not the most stable.
Making it look a little bit, getting a bit seasick watching this.
At least we
here,
crop the image this time, so you don't have to see people's crotches.
Oh yeah, that's a plus and minus.
Always nice. All right.
Oh.
Shit ton of packs.
Oh, wow. Bonus prize.
Yeah. Yeah, Andreas got his prize boosters.
Happy days.
Dropping in.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right.
So, and insanely surprised. Cold foil Lexi, yeah. Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we have our head judge, Joel, and Theo here. It's like, maybe.
Yeah, maybe I can trade you that for something. I think I've won 3... I think I've only won cold foil chains. I think I've got like 3 or 4 of them.
Why shouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly.
And you had the special cold foil Urser too, right?
Token? Yeah, I had that. Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so we have a Heart of Ice. No, the Amulet of Ice, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
All right. Taking away he pitched it, but a Frigid. All right. Oh no, did he pitch for the crown? That's what's going on. And now he's thinking of what to discard.
Yeah.
All right. And everyone that's watching now or later, you have to excuse us. We're very into this game right now.
Exactly, yeah.
Actually quite exciting.
It is, yeah. Sorry, just...
All right.
All right. Whew. Okay.
Yeah, block.
Yeah.
We have Henrik, who had a back pain and didn't want to participate here in the finals casting. He's eating something. He looks very happy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Happy days.
Carrot cake town.
So
all right.
Here we are.
Another
1, 2,
arrow.
3, 4. Another arrow. Are we going to see? No?
Is it? Oh my god.
Oh my god.
It hit.
That. Wow.
Yeah, 3 down.
No, don't worry. Here comes Sigil of Solace.
Oh, this is. This is devastating. That was a really good 3 of a kind turn, and it was 3 damage.
And it was 3 damage.
Yep.
I know this all too well. It's like out of ward. Like, what can go wrong? It's like, oh, right, he's on more life than he started the turn on. Wow.
Yep. Okay, I don't think Tobias is going to do as much. He's going to Arsenal and pass. Or was that card in Arsenal already? I think he has checked it.
No, I think it was actually in Arsenal already, I believe, but I could be wrong.
Yeah,
Which, again, smells Oakenhold all over the show here. We're going to
yes.
see it. Got to cool it now. Oh, there's a Oakenhold in a hand. Looks like he's got a very red-intensive hand here. We'll see what.
I mean,
what's going on.
They still block.
Yeah, they still block. Yeah, just.
So we're flipping an ice card with Lexi's ability. Gonna be a.
Let's see. Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Here we go.
Yep.
Yep. It's one of those reds.
Here comes that one.
Yep. Here comes the ice.
But I mean, if you present 3 damage during a 3 of a kind turn,
Yeah.
how much more can you press in?
Exactly. And it's like it's I think at this this early to mid stage, oh, here we go. So we see which one is it? Is it Icequake?
The dominate one,
yeah,
right?
the dominate one. Yeah.
Okay, and a salvage.
A salvage shot.
That's
okay,
That's interesting. That's
the anti-fatigue is in the building here, but
I'm not sure it's going to be enough, though. That's the thing.
we're gonna see. But oh man, this is.
And it comes in for 4, right? So it's
Yeah, it's just a red. I don't believe it's more than 4. Is it actually 5?
I mean, you can shoot it with 5 with Voltaire if you want to, but so it goes through the 4D reacts. But you also have a shield, and you also have a hero ability, and you also.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so just 4. You're right. No, on a 5. Yeah, that's 5. Okay, so I wasn't.
Bye, Oakenhold.
Yeah, bye. Well, at least.
Oh,
one of
hello.
them, yeah, and then here comes.
Yeah, in case we have a.
Yeah, any shenanigans with.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Tobias is
Good try.
explaining something, and.
And try again next turn. Holy moly.
Yeah, I think.
This is insane.
I think Tobias is feeling pretty good in this matchup.
Yeah, I think at this stage it's looking pretty good. I mean, this is. We'll see. The fatigue. I'm thinking it's already 2 3 of a kinds we've seen as well. So from Christopher, it's looking a bit bleak.
Yep. And this is also like grinding your deck. This is what gives you, even if you're in your 9th game of the day, if you know your lines, if you know the play pattern, you can like half of it is just autopilot by now, which is really good for Tobias. I think Lexi provides more like spicy options that might fool you to go in one way or another.
Exactly.
Oldhim is an old man that just wants to block with that shield and the rest.
Yeah.
But the Heart of Ice is...
Yeah, but it's...
Yeah. It's doing work.
It's doing work, that's for sure.
Okay. Another Icequake.
Another Icequake.
Bolt and shot. It's going to be with plus, because why give it go again when it gets go again? And on hit, he can Arsenal.
Yes, that's right. Exactly.
Bolt and shot was such a good addition to Ranger in general.
Is this how does it is it reload?
On hit it's reload, and so if it has a boosted attack, it gets go again.
Exactly, but then he won't be able to reload, will he? Because he has a card already in Arsenal. Yeah, that was
he needs to get that away.
You need to get that away. That's right, so.
Yeah, it's more synergies with not playing the New Horizon.
Yeah. Exactly.
And I think like Acelia is probably going to become a good hero one day.
Yeah, one day. Yeah.
Like, she's got a lot of toys.
Yeah.
But right now it's the deck goes like the card pool you have either takes you into an aggressive go wide or the dominate, try to do as much damage with one arrow as possible, and everything just shoots in both directions.
Exactly.
Which means that end of the day they become better Lexi cards than Acelia cards. All right. And here comes the Frostfang, because we don't want that in the arsenal.
No, exactly.
A block, last card, and some. All right. I like Tobias' hands. It's like no damage. No damage.
Yeah, was that all?
One.
Was that all? Like,
yeah.
Well, oh man, this is shaping up.
Yeah. Thank you for that, Frostbite. Not gonna do anything. Just gonna throw up my hand.
What am I gonna do? Attack? No.
All right.
Okay. What's gonna happen here?
I think we flipped up a card, right? So it's another Frostbite. Tobias is thinking of activating something in response, but no. Because that's also a decision, right? If you want to use Crown, now I don't think he has an arsenal, but if you want to use Crown, then you might want to do it before the Frostbite.
Yeah, exactly. I guess that was the dilemma here.
Because Flesh and Blood does not have a lot of instants, but the ones that it does have is really tricky.
Yeah.
You need to know how they work.
Exactly.
Okay.
So we have the Heart of Ice going again, so we'll see what happens here. It's coming very expensive to...
Polar Blast, right?
Yeah, Polar Blast, so that's the...
Now we have Henrik lurking here again. He's like, you guys need to speak more and be more...
No.
Don't steal people's cards.
No.
One day, Henrik, you will be good enough to win shit tons of cards. But it's not today.
Mean.
I guess you got some goodies for organizing stuff, so... Nah, nothing.
I'm just doing it for free.
No.
And back pain.
Yeah. So it's very exciting. 36-36.
Yeah, 36-36. It's
Yeah.
In a nutshell, that is the. If you've missed anything, you're just tuning in. You haven't missed anything.
Yeah, exactly. It's been a lot of blocking.
There's been a lot of blocking. And again, but crucially, we've seen 2 3-of-a-kinds go. We've seen one Oaken Old be blocked with, so and we've also seen, I believe, 2 Spinal Crushes also blocked with. So there is that is something that Tobias does have to be a little bit careful. Just make sure he does have a good amount of relevant attacks for a little bit later. Ooh.
All right.
Here we go. Okay.
Yeah, I think that Tobias is pretty safe in his game plan of just trying to pitch as much as possible and then take it easy. But yeah.
So we see Tobias here pitching for I'll be paying 2, an extremely expensive Fate Foreseen here, pitching for both the Heart of Ice and the Frostbite token.
For sure, but if you play against a player who is really good at pitch stacking, every opportunity you give them to pitch cards can also backfire on you.
No, absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
All right, another salvage. The anti-fatigue tech.
Yeah.
I have a hard time seeing it being enough. Those are the ones when you you ping a little bit of damage all the time, and then you need something in the end game. But if you present 1 damage a turn, 4 damage in 30 plus minutes.
Even more, no, and it's not going to. It does need to hit to go to the bottom on top of that. So, and I think therein lies the weakness of that strategy, because that is unfortunately hitting Oldhim is easier said than done. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It's been interesting. We haven't seen a lot of ice react Oldhim defense reaction activations this game, which is quite interesting.
Yeah.
We haven't seen any earth or ice. Of course, he doesn't have that many.
But is it because the heart gets activated every turn, so it's more expensive and it throws off the math?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's definitely a good card against Oldhim.
It is. It's fascinating to see, actually.
But here, Tobias is presenting damage, and Christopher is taking said damage. So he has to have a hand big enough to,
Yeah, let's see. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4.
He kept his entire hand because he knows that if he does not have all of his card available, then it's going to be harsh. Okay, a Weave Ice. Showing that with the hero ability, going to create a Frost.
Actually, his Weave Ice, that's the +3, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
So we're seeing which Christopher's desperately trying to do is just get over that wall and preferably represent some kind of hit effect on hit effect to try and get some kind of advantage going through. But
this is the inherent weakness with all the arrows. They do not present enough damage.
No.
You need to boost them,
no.
and it's really harsh against Oldhim.
No. And it's just not easy to
now I use
to get
the
done.
ability. That was an nice card. Yeah.
There we go. Nice.
And then
just because I mentioned it.
Yep.
It's really nice.
So he's coming in for 5/8, right? But yeah. Okay.
Okay, well, here we go.
Actual damage.
What
progress.
is that? Yeah, what does that mean? What's happening?
It means
Or is
that
it
we're
just
now, instead of on 36, we're on 32, 32.
No, but I was curious. Is it just, I believe Tobias still has 2 cards in hand, so I'm guessing it's oh no, was it just 1 actually?
The thing with Oldhim too is like when you're playing in the Swiss rounds, you actually need to play quick. You need to take decisions on the go because you have a 50. I think we played with 55 minutes.
We played for 55 today, but we're kind of given a bit of an allowance of 5 minutes just for you say deck building at the start of it, just for sideboarding. And just being a slightly bigger event. I mean, we were 47 today. I mean, that's very big for a flesh and blood tournament in Scandinavia. Like, it's just amazing seeing how it's growing.
Yep.
And
we should say the Nordics though, because we have some Finns here.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. The Nordics.
Yeah,
exactly. Exactly.
Otherwise, there is one angry.
One angry fan.
Like,
damn it! Actually, we had a few over from Finland.
I think we have 4 players from Finland.
4 players from Finland. I think 1 or 2 from Austria.
Yeah, and then we had 3 or 4 from Norway.
Yeah, and quite a bunch. Yeah, maybe 4 or 5. Yeah, from Norway,
The
and then all over
amount of people
Sweden.
you can fit in a car.
The amount of people you can fit in a car. Exactly. It's safe to say. How big was your car? No, we were 4. Okay, smart car. Great.
Yeah, you need to fit the decks too.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, keep on blocking. We know the game plan by now.
Yeah, exactly. Just straightforward.
Yeah, but the amulets are interesting.
The amulets are very interesting.
It's just going to become even more math.
No, exactly.
So, poor Tobias.
Yeah. At this stage in the game, I'm very curious to see. It's hard to see from here exactly, but it looks as though they both have pretty healthy deck sizes still.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I mean, Christopher knows that he can't just go super reckless into this, because then this is a good card. This is a good card if you want to, like, save your deck.
Exactly.
And you have your price boosters just waiting.
Yeah.
You know. Do you have a Grandeur in there?
No, I don't think so. I haven't. I used up all my luck on, was it Tales of Aria, I think.
Yeah. I got 2 booster boxes when Everfest was released. Opened the Silver Palms in one of them and the Grandeur in the other.
I got a case. I got a case and I got 2 Silver Palms.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
The meme double legendary.
They're gonna release the multiplayer mode, like the PvE, and then you want to have the support merchant, and that card is just gonna skyrocket. Like
exactly, be worth its weight in silver. Yeah. But still, that's something. Probably, that's probably exactly what it's. No, actually.
But looking at like Magic the Gathering with Commander and stuff like that, there was a lot of cards that no one played, and then when people start playing Commander for real,
everything just gets absurd.
Yep.
Especially if something's foily or.
Yep. And I think that if you have a chance to pick up Silver Palms now for less money that they should probably cost, then do it, because like it's cold foils.
Yeah, exactly. Legendary cold foil can't go so wrong.
All right.
So
we're still here.
We're still here, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, this is
flesh and blood, as James White intended.
I don't think so.
I don't know, but the control, I mean, there's something very hypnotic about a control mirror, but it's just...
But it's interesting. There was two, like, I think the fact that our two Viscerai players had to face off against each other in the first round here in top 8 was huge for these kinds of decks too, because like, yes, the disruption, hand disruption and stuff like that sucks for Viscerai, but there's so many turns where you can just sit like, I don't care. I'm gonna throw this away. As long as you're not presenting a lot of things, I'm just gonna throw away half my hand and then do a couple of rune shots.
No, absolutely.
But as I said earlier, Tobias faced off against Viscerai at the end of the Swiss, and he still won.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's no OTK going on here.
No.
I think in the Nationals last year he was a semi-final, right? Where he also faced off against the OTK Viscerai.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Obviously a worse. I actually rewatched that because we streamed that one too.
Yes.
And I rewatched it on YouTube, and I realized that like this was just before Tales of Aria came out, and if the Viscerai player would have had Rosetta Thorn, he would have won that game, because Tobias was at 1 life at the end of the OTK turn because he was able to block out the final swing. But if that would have been 2-2.
No, exactly.
Yep.
I get the, I mean, I get how good Reaping Blade can be, situationally, but...
but like, you can't compete with Rosetta.
No, exactly.
It finish out the game so good.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the problem here for Lexi, like, it's just physical damage coming in. And as long as it's not mixed damage...
It's not diverse, exactly. It's just been...
You put just everything in front of it.
It doesn't get through.
Is that a Rouse the Ancient on top there?
Yeah, it isn't a Rouse the Ancient, so that would just be a rare, a 2-block card and Tobias's deck. It's
keep on trying.
Yeah.
There's gonna be so many arrows to like pull out from that shield after this battle.
Exactly, yeah. Well, I don't think one has actually pierced the shield yet. I think that's the that's the fun.
Here's some damage.
But it's coming through. Okay. Yeah, it came through.
But what does that mean? Oh my God, that's a lot of. But Tobias is just gonna sit back.
Yeah, Arsenal pass. Yeah, Arsenal pass, and we'll see. So the question will be if Christopher can, at some stage here. I mean, that was actually a nice chunk of damage he managed to do. And
that was without 3 of a kind.
No, that was a 3 of a kind. I mean, there's only one left in his deck, so he's going to have to get more creative like that, build a big turn, have a couple of off turns, and just try and build into something where you can get that that's sort of critical. If you can get 4 or 5 damage leak through on a turn, then that's just absolutely ginormous.
Yep. And I think the Heart of Ice is doing more work than you might realize just watching this game, because it also means that Tobias cannot hold on to the crown. He needs, if he wants to pay 1 to activate that, he needs to do that in answer to that.
No, exactly.
But yeah, I wish I had a Heart of Ice and played Ice Heroes. All right.
So we have
Heart of Ice activate.
So again, it's a double trouble here. We've got the Heart of Ice and the Frostbite, so everything again.
Yep.
Been a little bit more difficult to throw in front of an arrow, and that is quite a sizable arrow coming through now. So that's getting fused there.
So on hit, it's discard, unless you pay 1. I'm guessing it's the red one.
Be coming in for looks like a red one here, and so we've got a +3 buffer.
Yep.
And I'm guessing there's no go again in this case, so it'll be a +1. So we go coming in for a 9. I mean, we're getting to some nice breakpoints here. See if this can come through.
Yeah. You still need to go through that shield.
You got to go through that shield, but this could be.
All right, let's see. Tobias is thinking.
Yeah.
How do I block out every single point of damage here? But it's on top of that, it's also like, do I need to block out all of it? Like,
Exactly,
can I just pitch the last one? Is it good for me to pitch it? Do I want it there in my pitch deck? There's so many decisions that like high-level players are taking that when you're playing a normal game of this, it's just like, oh, whatever.
Well, here we come with the staunch response.
There we go.
Such an obscene card.
You're not getting through that.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a lot of cards pitched for that, but here we go.
Yep.
And does that still mean it's going to be hitting 4? Or maybe that's...
Okay,
so we're... Okay, so here we go.
So question here, did Tobias do that to bait out that amulet?
I mean...
it's like, I don't want to discard my last card on your own hit effect, and then...
No, exactly. So it was only coming in for 7 in the end. Interesting. Oh no, did we have the shield and the... that's interesting.
Yeah.
But well, regardless, it didn't take any damage. That's just it's just... So we're back here, but he didn't get to have a card in Arsenal, and that is very big. That can't be understated enough how important it is.
Yep.
How much, obscenely much better Oldhim is with a card in Arsenal.
Yeah, it presents so many options, like not only for having a 5-card hand to block with if you want to, but also for that crown.
Exactly, but and just have that that dynamic of being able to being much more likely to have a card to pitch for the hammer, or to see so many more cards if you do want to go for a big tempo swing and go in for try and suck a little bit of damage and go in for an Oakenhold perhaps.
But I must say, like, this Lexi deck seems super consistent.
Yeah. That's true.
It's still presenting enough damage every turn for Tobias to have to throw away most of his hand.
Oh, and we see here double fusion here. We have a Pulse of Volthaven here. So that's always scary.
All right.
We'll see what we have as a follow-up here. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So we're on +4.
So we are +4 exactly. So that's getting up there.
Like, he's fusing every turn too.
Yeah.
It's...
Oh yes, and that's this one.
We'll see.
So we're coming in for again around
do 2
this
damage
9,
this turn.
Yeah, could be. Never know your luck. A big city. 1, 2. See a blizzard being pitched here. We have one.
Tobias does not seem to have any defense reactions in hand. No, it's a sink there, isn't it? I think so.
Yeah, also just trying to... Oh, there is a sink, yeah. That's it's been an endless, bottomless pit of defense reactions.
I mean, it's the deck, right?
Yeah, it ain't not. That's kind of what we're doing here so far, yeah.
Yep.
So it looks like and then he's got a blue ice card left. So then the question will be, so if he's sinking this way, questions was coming for 4 or 9. Is there an on-hit effect there for this? Is it Blizzard Bolt? Is it actually?
Yeah, it is. That's the one that creates frostbite
yeah,
equal to the damage, right?
Yeah, so that's actually pretty.
Yep.
So that takes away that option of being able to come in with a hammer next turn, but he can still go in with Arsenal.
Yep. So we are starting to lean into the table more and more. Here we have the head scratch. I think he's fine.
Yeah.
I think he knows.
It must be 4, yeah, 4 or 5. Or did they plus it with Lexi? That's
okay.
I mean, with the bow. Huh?
Shock Charmers.
Shock Charmers, right? Okay, yeah. I just get excited when that card does something.
Yep. I mean, it's more frostbite.
Yeah.
Not sure what that frostbite's gonna do,
but it's damage, and it's pretty cool. Well, here we go. Yeah, because it's fused, so it's just explaining to Tobias that the frostbite is from the fusion.
Yep.
And then it being doubled up with the shock charmers here.
Yep.
And then, what is that he's coming with now?
It's very hard to see here on camera.
It's a little bit hard to see on camera. Not knowing the arrows off the cuff my head. It looks like a red arrow of some kind, maybe. Or is it not an arrow? Did he play that from Arsenal? Okay.
I can't see what it is.
No, we'll see. Oh, yeah, got another 3 through. So, well, that's so a couple turns. So 2 turns in a row where Christopher's been able to push 5 points of damage through. So we'll see if this momentum goes. Although now he's starting with a 4-card hand. It's been a very large run of 5 to 6 cards he's had access to every turn. So we'll see if the gas runs out.
But I'm guessing his game plan right now is trying to build into 5-card turns.
Absolutely, yeah.
Think one step ahead.
Yeah, exactly. So probably won't be surprised if we see an off turn here and just trying to build something, put something in arsenal.
I mean, every time he does that, that also gives the BS the option to arsenal something.
Exactly, and then it just becomes a higher mountain. So we'll see. Oh, is that a...
All right,
okay, well, here we go. Okay. This is interesting again. So we have a bolt-in shot. Should be coming in for 7, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my God, staunch response.
Yeah.
Well, what can you say?
Tobias is like, no, thank you.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah. Bye-bye. See you next round. Yeah, well,
and he keeps on
Tobias's deck is, they're getting down there, but we'll see how this plays out.
It's going to be an arsenal
just
pass.
An arsenal pass, yeah. That's the new classic.
Yeah. Okay. Tobias is thinking, do I do something? Do I just take the frostbite? He takes the frostbite. There's still the fact that, like, I think that the strategy of Oldhim is stronger in general with the card pool you have for these 2 heroes right now.
Yeah.
Because there is a couple of cards where you're like, I'm not sure I want to play these, but I need them because they're ice.
Exactly.
Whereby Oldhim is like, I can play these Guardian cards. These Guardian cards are great.
No, exactly. Yeah.
Endless Arrow.
Endless Arrow.
The one you really want to block.
Yeah, the one you want to make sure doesn't hit. It does tend to endlessly come back.
Yep. It's basically draw a card.
Yeah.
Yes, draw a very specific card.
Yeah. I don't think we haven't seen any lightning presses, have we?
No.
I mean, it's not the card that I would assume to see in an Ice Lexi build, but I'm just curious. But
I think the problem is that, like, against other matchups where you need to be defensive, it's such a weak card because you do not want to draw it, especially if you also play the amulet. Then you all of a sudden have 6 cards in your deck that are not going to block for anything.
No, exactly. I guess that would be that kind of spot, and of course the amulet has the bonus of being blue. So.
Yep, and a lot of the elemental ice cards are only blocking for 2.
Yeah, true.
So you can't really.
It doesn't look. No, it's not. The best defense is a good offense with Lexi. That's for sure. You want to just try and disrupt that way as opposed to having the meaty blocks.
Here comes the hammer.
Yep, hammer time, baby, and we're getting in there for 4. Interesting choice not to arsenal this time. There must have been. Oh, okay, right. Yeah, we have to make sure we're keeping some ice blues in the deck here. So Tobias is just just doing it this way around as opposed to getting that next turn.
I'm guessing this is gonna be a turn of just set up for Lexi now. I have a hard time seeing something really crazy happening with.
Yeah. It's been a good little run, but now all of a sudden we have a frostbite. 28 plus 22.
Yep. So we're pitching Black Frigid. For what? Okay. Yep. Coming in with an arrow. And once again, we're back to how do I most efficiently block this? Because why take damage? But then again, the most important thing here is blocking out the really nasty on-hit effects. So I think Tobias. Here we go. We have our first lightning press. They do exist indeed.
I knew it. Well,
but that's interesting because we haven't seen any. So that means there's more of them in that deck somewhere.
But it seems like an insanely good card just in this matchup.
Yep.
I mean, of course, if you've been able to slow play them, and
Yep.
I wonder if maybe the Sanka missed, maybe they've been pitched away at the bottom or some stage.
I don't think so, because it looked like Tobias was not counting on it now too.
No, yeah, exactly. So I was really surprised.
Yep.
But he's
and he has another one in hand now.
Wow. Okay, so here we go. So this can be how Christopher can possibly at least get somewhere towards closing out this game. This is actually very surprising. It's actually the life total of Tobias is really whittled away.
Yep.
So it's 3 turns in a row where it's actually got some traction, or 3 out of the last 4. That's pretty big.
Yep, for sure. But still, like, you need to get him under 10 until it's gonna start being like really pressing.
No, exactly. Excuse the pun.
Yeah.
So we'll see. I mean, so that means, I mean, maybe he's only playing 1 or 2 lightning presses, and it might just be, a sideboard card for this kind of matchup.
Maybe.
Just the Guardian or the control mirrors.
Yep.
But again, Tobias gets in for 4. It's like, it's so sneaky. I mean,
and I think that's the thing. Tobias wants to press on damage at all times, because if something starts going wrong, he wants to be able to take a big turn and then smack back. Because all of a sudden he can put Christopher on the defensive. It's just that he preferably just keeps on doing the thing he's doing.
Exactly, but also something to note here, which is quite unusual for this Tobias's playstyle, is that he's felt that it was necessary to throw some equipment under the truck already. Like it's so that's always a bit scary. Just got one point of defense left on a Crater Fist, and then 1 from Tunic ultimately. But that's quite interesting. It's quite scary.
Yep.
When you do start getting down to those single digits.
Yeah, but it's still a long way left.
That's a long way away, but we'll see. I've also seen, I don't know how many red defense actions he has left in the deck, but I mean, it seems, I would be very surprised if Tobias had more than 1 or 2.
Yep.
And so those presses, they becoming a little bit more scary.
Here we go. Heart of Ice.
Heart of Ice. Let's see what's happening then.
Passing priorities. And I think the biggest thing here is that there is not a lot of cards that the on-hit effect is really devastating for Tobias, and that's really harsh for Lexi. Because even if Tobias preferably not takes the damage, like even if he does, it's like, oh, it's a frostbite, or it's like 4 frostbites. It doesn't matter. It's Arsenal pass, and then you're gone. I still want to see like an Ice Lexi do the mistake of creating shit tons of frostbites against a prism, and then they play out that like every time an Oro you control breaks, it deals 1 arcane damage.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Prism is a very scary deck. That's it is insanely powerful at the moment.
Yeah, I think that was the one that Tobias was most happy that he beat in the Swiss, because
and we have a very good Prism player in our I guess in our local community, and Daniel, who has also faced in the quarterfinals. Very scary, very, very, very scary. Just lots of new toys there.
Yeah, extremely. Like,
oh
I think
my god!
All of the cards that came,
they're just all playable. They're literally all playable, and I'm really scared for when someone does put them all in together in a deck and just realize that they can just high roll. Kind of, well, especially Runeblade.
Here we go. Here's another press.
Here we go. We get the press, and this is, it's always exciting. So we have that, and we have again another frostbite trigger here. Exactly.
Yep. Interesting. I think he just pitched that last card to, get on the bottom of the deck using Voltaire. So activate it, but don't have a arrow to put down, because it is an instance you can do whenever you want. 4 new shiny toys of cards. Okay. Oh, here we go. Frostfang.
Yeah, Frostfang, spicy. Is it a blue Frostfang? Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah.
And what is that, 4 toughness? Or
I think so, yeah.
4 or 5? Interesting.
This game keeps on surprising.
This is... Yeah, I mean, talking about, option, what do you say, Oldhim having a pretty streamlined deck as far as using all of, what do you say, and having good card options, or, well, then comes Frostfang.
Yeah.
So, yes and no, but...
I mean, the ratios need to be right.
Yeah, exactly. I think it blocks for 3, doesn't it? So it's not.
I think so, yeah.
So it does the job. Ice blocks for 3, blue.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, well, that was again. That's we're gonna see here. Like if Lexi does have one of those famous off turns that enjoys from time to time or not, then we could see a big tempo shift here already. I mean, when it gets down to this sort of life totals, and if we see any kind of more meaty Guardian attack
and not just a Frostfang.
And not just the Frostfang. We see something with base power over 4. Oh, here we go. Okay. So this is the last. Okay. Oh, there we go. The last 3 of a kind for Christopher if he's not playing, although there's probably a very good chance he is playing Remembrance, I'm guessing.
At least one in the sideboard, right?
Surely,
for the control matchup.
Surely, yeah. But again, with at this stage, we're well and truly cycling back through the deck again. So the question is, are you drawing cards that are good cards?
Yep.
But yeah, we'll just be cracking through now. So we'll see how we go. See if Christopher had thought about this beforehand and had some spicy bits and pieces to have access to.
Yep. Yeah, this is such an amazing game when it comes to high-level play.
Yeah.
Just the fact that you need to remember and kind of know where you're going to hit your already pitched cards.
Yeah.
Because if you're looking like a controlled matchup in most other card games, it's like, okay, who draws?
Exactly.
Who gets the tools they need? But this is like, if you don't get the tools you need, it's probably because you fucked up somewhere.
Exactly.
But here he actually, that's the third one. That's the third one. And he's setting it up for later. He's planning for a long game.
Yeah, exactly. That's what you like to see. That's,
somewhere on the other side of Stockholm, my girlfriend is very upset that I'm not home yet.
Exactly.
No, she's not. I said it's going to be late, but...
No, but yeah, still, I know.
It would be nice to buy some food before all the stores close.
Oh, yeah. Well, here we go.
That's the ice matchup.
Yeah, this is the ice matchup. I was just thinking, commentate on this. How long could it?
Yeah.
It's like
Henrik
hour later. Yeah, exactly. Well played, Henrik. Oh man, he gets through. Oh no, no frost trigger, unfortunately. Yep. But
I think that's why it also just goes through.
But again, this Macho Grandes, it's just amazing. The tools that you have for your Guardian at the moment, especially if you are on Elemental Guardian, it's just so dirty.
Especially if you're on Bravo.
Especially if you're on
Bravo.
Elemental Bravo. Oh my God, it's just insane. Some of these guys, just that for that late game pressure, this Macho Grande, everything does something.
Yep. No, but it's going to be so interesting to see where we go next in the next set. So see what kind of I'm guessing that Runeblade and Guardian have gotten their toys now.
Exactly.
And they're going to be like the same decks for quite a long time, unless there comes some super spicy generic. But I'm getting the feeling that we're going to see more and more reprints. So we're going to get our Command and Conquers back. We're going to get our E-Strikes. So people that get into the game can still have access to them.
No, exactly. We'll see if Savage Lands? That's the next, or at least the area they're going to next, supposedly through.
If you follow the lore
book from the original.
Yep.
And it'll be really interesting. I mean, we've got definitely Brute and personal favorite Ninja on the menu. On the menu. Menju. The Menji.
But it feels like the Ninja, they're probably going to keep until we get to Mysteria.
Yeah, probably. And we'll see some wind action there. Some elemental wind if you want to speculate.
I have my theory that we're going to see a new Ranger pretty soon. And if we go to the Savage Lands, like the new instant, you have to all the arrows is like clearly in the jungle. And you have more like savage arrows coming flying down from the trees. And that might be how they're thinking, right? Like, let's get in another ranger now, and then ranger can be done for a while, and then you can focus on something, because it's more interesting if you have, instead of having like, you know, Runeblade and Guardian have a lot of toys, and then everyone has a little bit. Like, let's give more to some of the classes and just build them up as we go.
Exactly.
This is supposed to be a legacy game. We're gonna play these cards forever.
Forever and ever and ever. And it's just, but I really get that, and it's building up really well. But it's funny, we had at least two Azalea players today that we saw, which is always exciting. And I'm terrified to play against that deck, which is really funny because I have lost to Azalea, and I think my record against Azalea and Blitz is probably like the worst out of any hero, especially Blitz. But that's because I play Chain, or I've got a soft spot for Bolts and Sabers, and it turns out if you don't have a hero ability, then those two decks do nothing. So it's interesting.
She has a nasty tendency to turn off the Viscerai deck too.
Oh,
it's like you're like, I'm gonna make so many rune chants with it Mordred Tide, and she's like, no. You're gonna make like none.
No. But we had, but actually they started off quite well. I believe, I know at least one of them was 2-1 to start off the day. And
I think it's a totally okay deck right now.
Yeah.
It might not be top tier, but
no, exactly. But
definitely mid tier.
Yeah, you can.
It's just poor Levia that is left.
Levia was a bit rough, but I mean, I guess I get that they didn't want to put any of the class specializations in Everfest, but it just feels as though it's going to be a wee while until we see some more of those. And
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we don't know. They might make another, card in Art of War style, where it's like, I banish something, and then it starts becoming interesting for both Shane and Levy again. So
no,
we'll see.
But I think this errata, if there's a positive errata change for Levy, like everyone says, to be fair, just if you control a hero that is Levy, then you don't pay blood debt. Then we could see some, we could see it being like tier B in a way.
Give her an actual hero ability.
It's so mean, like it's just so hard. But at the same time, but I mean, you get to play Husk, you get to play Out of War. So I mean, that's enough to keep me happy.
I'm playing around with a really dumb Levia build at the moment, which is basically just like, I think it's 9 blood depth cards, and then it's a Reinhardt deck, but you play Husk in it, so
exactly. So fair enough. Yeah. I mean, you block well, come in for 6s, and well, fair enough. Have accidental synergy every now and then.
But she has a harsh hero ability. It's very much like,
so
maybe you get to do this. If you get to the end game and your opponent pressures you, you lose. Thank you. All right, here's another Ice Vein fused. But now Tobias is starting to hit back, and it hurts too much.
Really,
if you need,
it's turning the corner here a bit, and it's just like we've said. Just that fatigue element is just the second round through your deck with Oldhim is just so good, and it's just insane.
Yeah, and even if you're really aggressive in your second round, Oldhim is gonna pitch correctly and block most of that anyway.
Exactly.
And as long as the hit effects is Frostbite and like discard cards, you block efficiently, and then if it happens, it happens, but it doesn't slow you down that much. Here we go. He's just keep on swing. No Frostbite though, it's an Earth card, but but it's enough, 4 at a time, and when those precious arrows are the only cards in your deck that have 3 defense, it gets rough. Exactly. And I guess in this case, if it comes without the ice, then you kind of have to take it, because you need to keep those cards for turns where the Frostbite will matter. But that at least the Christopher's deck is running low on fuel now.
Yeah, it feels like it. We'll see if there's one last turn, but 16 life is, I mean, this is, I know that it feels like about 50 been on the other side of this. It's hard to imagine. And then again, I talked about this armor, but it's still there, and all of a sudden those 2 bits of armor left, those 2 points of damage are just ginormous. It's like, how does one get over here?
And the fact that most of these like disruptive elements too is like pitch or do this. And Tobias is like, okay, cool, I'm gonna pitch.
We'll do it, it's fine.
It's what my deck is built for.
Exactly, I like it to pitch. And what do we have? But yeah, the Ranger player still representing 4 parts of defense themselves, but
yeah, but
it's not. It's of course.
It's also when if that New Horizon get destroyed, you lose your arsenal
then you're
too.
destroyed.
It's so harsh.
Yeah, exactly. I have another Chilean Ice Vein.
Yep.
I'm looking here. It does not look red.
No, I think that we're going through the
second
really
cycle big time. This is like second and a half.
And I mean, against any other deck that doesn't block as efficiently as this deck, this is still annoying.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
You need to commit a card, or you need to pay a card, or you need to discard a card.
I love that. And to be triple checks that it's there's no trick here. That it is just a blue Ice Vein coming in. I'm guessing.
But also like the mental fatigue that's going on right now, I think is in Tobias' favor. Because
massively.
just sitting there and being able to block out this and not being on the side of I really need to push damage. It's
Yeah. And what do we have coming through here? Then we have this.
Yeah.
So, and is that coming through with Dominate or is it a plus? That's the question.
I think it's a plus.
Oh, it broke the chain again, so that's pretty rough. So then we just block it out with a big shield, blocking out 5. That's pretty brutal.
Yep. Get a tunic trigger. We swing with hammer.
Swing with hammer, stacked correctly, so that it will represent also a frostbite token. So, and for 4, we'll see what this is. This part, we're having a weapon that isn't a weapon by itself, and counterattack with itself it just becomes extremely hard. I mean, you need these at least 3 cards in hand to be able to tear even. Or to hopefully potentially tear 2 cards out of Tobias's hand for, but we'll see here if
now
there's
we're gonna
any.
see like if he keeps on hitting for 4 and we're blocking for 3, it's like the arrows are going away.
No,
it's
this is
and then you have 1 turn where you can block for 4 and then it's over.
Exactly. I think there is coming up soon on the 3rd cycle will be a. What will we see here? This is the Lightning Press, and that was next to I think it's 2 cards away from what was a red arrow too, but it's still it's at the stage. It's hard to imagine that's been enough to do.
You're not dealing 15 damage with that.
And here we go again. 4 and Icy 4.
Yep. And like if you block out here, you also get that damn frostbite, and that can be another card.
No, exactly. We'll see if he fancies his hand here. Maybe it might be time for Christopher to throw those boots under the hammer.
Yep.
And block maybe with something here. Maybe an ice card that blocks for 2. Maybe not an arrow, but we'll see what happens.
We haven't seen a remembrance.
So we haven't seen a remembrance.
I
it
don't
could
think
be a bit of a miss here.
Yep.
That's massive.
Yep.
It's absolutely ginormous. I understand that this deck is a bit, maybe not quite like some decks as far as how impactful, how much impact 3 cards can have.
Yep.
But at the same time, it's reassuring at least.
Yep.
At this point, I mean, you have some 15 damage. It's just ginormous.
Yeah, Tobias is just using that crown, drawing a card.
Just using the crown, going through the motions here. He's played this deck so much now.
Yep.
He was over at the PTQ and finished up 3rd in the PTQ over in Oslo just yesterday. So they drove back and were in the wee hours this morning back home in Stockholm around 3 in the morning, and but not showing just one sign of fatigue. He's just a warrior.
Yep. Or a guardian.
Guardian. Sorry. Yeah, Jesus. Excuse me.
Here we go. Here it comes.
Oh Jesus! Oh, this is.
I saw it in his hand.
This is here we go, folks.
All right.
This is going to be it. Essentially, I mean, he might be so he can block out. But the tempo swing, if he just has anything here to follow this up, and I believe you should be coming up to at least a. What did we see here now? The one. What does it do now? The Guardian 3 give +1 and dominate.
Yeah.
I know that this is. I believe that we saw that this will be coming up. I think in the next cycle already, and that is a follow up here. I think it could be all over.
So we block with a card. We block with a piece of equipment.
We block with a piece of equipment. Oh, that's what I forget that also that Heart of Ice does has one defense, doesn't it?
I think
so. There's something, but it's not. Yeah. So we see the whole gang throwing under here.
But I think the Arsenal might be too. The Arsenal is too.
Two cards at random, and this is not going to. Wow. It's been expertly played out. This is just an absolute masterclass on how to play Oldhim.
Yep.
This is just amazing to watch, and nice to be on this side of it and not be across from this gentleman.
But I mean, at least Christopher has the chance to go longer when you're going chain, and you need to press through that damage. Like those soul shackles needs to be there, and in the end they're going to be your doom if you can't push it through.
No, exactly.
I have it on my to-do list to become a good chain player, but one day.
That's good. Just a lot of maths. I mean, it was very disgustingly easy to play in Seeds days. But here we go. So let's have a look. Okay.
Yep. We're coming in dominated, right?
We're coming in dominated, yeah.
Yep.
And it's hard to see, but it looks like it will just be a 5.
Yeah, but 5 is still...
5 is big at this point, dominated, so we're going to have to see the...
Because if you block for 3 now and take 2, and you're on 1, then you need to present 2 cards every time that hammer comes swinging.
Or not dominated. What's that? Was it a plus? That's very...
Yeah, okay.
What was that? I missed something here. Oh,
Still
we get this... okay.
Bit of a hard time seeing...
Yeah, just a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go.
I mean, Tobias is pressing now.
Yeah.
He's going for the win.
That's a good card. Still,
Maybe not the one card you want to see. I mean, he knows what he's doing.
Terra Sunder, sorry, that was the card I was thinking of.
There
But I
we
know
go.
this is this will boom. I have it in the hand, no, maybe not yet.
I think I saw it.
No, that it wasn't far away.
Okay. This game is getting to the end stage.
And the question for Tobias is just how safe do you play it always? Because it's you're on top here, but it's like, do you need to take any unnecessary risks at this point?
But he can see the lightning press now too.
Yeah.
So we use the lightning press for the go again, I guess, and then we play it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
And
Soldier response. Jesus, it's amazing. This is insane.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
He's refusing to hit single digits.
No, exactly. It's not going to
happen.
happen.
No.
It's not going to happen. I can't see this game.
Yeah, here comes
How
hammer.
much longer?
And it's hammer with frostbite.
Time.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is brutal. So we'll see now if Christopher does want to try and preserve any kind of hand, if he's throwing the New Horizon under the bus or not.
I think he might.
Again, speaking of single digits, the Christopher's deck is also looking very...
There we go.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Very
if
thin.
you played your card from Arsenal in this end game, you're not going to Arsenal.
No, exactly. You don't need 2 cards, so it's irrelevant there, but we'll see here. So we're fusing, and refusing to give up here.
Refusing to give up.
Refusing to get up.
Where did you have the...
Boom.
Henrik has his soundboard, but it's not correctly plugged into the stream.
No.
Don't touch anything.
No, don't touch anything.
He's standing
some
here
random
behind us, laughing.
noise.
I like how this commentary has become like very
somber.
Yeah, like pool commentary.
Exactly. Tennis. This is like actually Test cricket.
Cigarettes.
This is like Test cricket. This is like from back down under. This is the tempo, and then it's yes, and it's a beautiful leave. And here we go. We're coming in with a hammer, frosty hammer, 2 card block.
Yeah. But this is over.
And this is there's no deck left, so we're looking now at
the fatigue
just going through the motions just here, and I think we're gonna see the hand stretched out very shortly.
Yeah.
What does this do?
Did you want to put
Why is it still here?
Did you want to put it in his discard pile? Are we getting tired now?
Yeah.
I get this.
Oh my God! Here we go. Disable.
Yeah.
Hello.
There we go.
Wow, that's amazing.
Amazing.
So fantastic.
So we have a winner after what, like?
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
hour and a half. We can hear some big cheers and yay! Here we go. So
Tobias goes undefeated
all day. 9-0 today, and deservingly so.
Very well played. Yeah, I guess that's it for us.
That's it for us.
Yeah.
And
to all of our 2 viewers that watched this.
Thank you guys for doing the commentary.
No, thank you. Thank you for setting it up, Henrik. It's just amazing that you could do this.
Amazing weekend.
And please, if you're feeling charitable or just like what we're doing, please subscribe. We would love to.
We would love to have subscribers.
And smash that like button. And also comment, because the YouTube algorithm really likes that.
Yeah, that's true.
Tell your friends. Yes, Henrik wants to say some last words here, I think.
Yeah. That's it from us. Thank you for watching. Take care and have fun.